A lot of times, even when people do ask for your opinion, they don't really want it. I know sometimes I ask for people's opinion, and I'm trying to really learn this because, a lot of times when you ask for somebody's opinion, all you really want them to do is agree with you. And if they don't agree with you, then right away you're like, well, I don't see how you could think that. But how many of you think that we need to just come up a little bit higher and just keeping our opinions to ourselves unless somebody really wants them? And I might as well just go for the gold here and tell you, I believe personally that's a symptom of pride. I think the more that we have to try to tell everybody else what to do, that means that we're already convinced we're right and that they need our advice. And I just think we need to give people more freedom. Let's look. 1 Thessalonians 4:9. Now, I kind of tell you what I want to show you here so you're getting the main point out of it. The Bible tells us that at all costs we're to avoid strife, which is bickering, arguing, disunity, disharmony, disagreement. And very often, strife is started, it's always started with the mouth. Somebody says something they shouldn't say, or they tell something they shouldn't tell, or they do something they shouldn't do. And I think this thing about opinions very often does start trouble. Have you ever had an argument with somebody just because they gave you their opinion about something you were doing and you didn't want it? All right. It happens all the time, to be honest. And so, I believe that's why it's covered in Scripture. And 1 Thessalonians 4:9 says, "But concerning brotherly love for all other Christians, you have no need to have anyone write to you, because you yourselves have been personally taught by God that you should love one another. And indeed, you already are extending and displaying your love to all the brethren throughout Macedonia. But we beseech and earnestly exhort you, brethren, that you excel in this matter more and more." Now, this is my heart and my spirit right here. And I believe this is good for us. I'll be honest with you, I think that God appreciates a person who has a spirit that's not satisfied with status quo, or is not satisfied with good enough. And so Paul wrote to them and he said, look, I'm not even writing to you because I think you don't have a love walk. He said, I believe that you are walking in love. But he said, I'm writing to you because I want you to press on. And I want you to excel in love. And this is not the first place where Paul said this. He said it to the Philippians. He said it in many other places. Hey, you're doing good in your faith, but I want you to excel in faith. You're doing good in love, but I want you to excel in love. And so maybe you're saying, well, I'm not too bad at giving my opinion. Well, you know what? Not being too bad is not good enough. You need to come up higher.